Okay, first things first. Andy's sister just commented on the video I put up this morning, wondering what really happened since there's rumors going out there. We'll set that straight right now. She said it was pneumonia. That happens, and as far down as he was with the cancer and the chemo, it's quick. Not a way to really go. I mean, you sit there and drown. Speaking of drowning, yeah, I can't get her primed this morning. I don't know how much water I had going out that pipe across the creek. Little pump. I ran it 3 or 4 times. I had water running everywhere. I just could not get the main pump to suck it up. So I'm guessing it's because the packing's pretty well shot. So, I got to get a hold of Tom, see if the packing came in for it. And I guess that answers how my day's going. Traveler's up there stretched out waiting to go. Just needs some water. Little Traveler's behind me waiting to get moved, and I'm not going to move it until the pump's running. At least the big Traveler, if I have to, I can hook the tractor to it and wind it up. The little one, yeah, not so much. So, anyway. And, hey, if I missed your comment last night's video, I'm sorry. YouTube ain't letting me see them. Freaking stupid. And video this morning, they also said there was issues with it. Well, what the hell issues are with it? Is it my ugly mug in the picture? I mean, wow, what did anybody see that was disturbing? I don't know. I mean, okay, the subject may be disturbing to some people, but that's a fact of life. Everything has a life cycle, and it starts and it ends. We just do what we can in the middle. Anyway, I gotta quit here and make a phone call and cross my fingers and go from there. Look who snuck up here to visit this morning. Looks like Mommy and maybe last year's baby and this year's babies. And looking behind them, there may be something coming up behind them. Now they're staring at us. Say hi. Ty just saw him. Yeah, they're, I don't know, 50 yards across the line, give or take, something like that. Up here where there's at least a little bit of grass to eat. So, thought we'd show you that real quick. And there's people walking up on the road with a dog, but,
That's the German Shepherd that Whiskey does not like, because
Whiskey don't
when
like
we had
that
that dog decided to go after the yearlings.
Yeah, that dog almost ended up being a dead dog. I explained the facts of life to the people. Dog on this side of the fence with animals in there, dog dead. State law. So, anyway.
Good morning, girls.
Ty's trying to fool them. They think they're getting new pasture, but they're going back in that little 3-corner piece for a little while anyway. And we're going to go see if we can get some pump packing apart. Tom called, still hasn't seen the packing yet. He called the supplier in Michigan, and the guy says, yeah, I'm the owner. I got 9 employees, and 6 of them are out with COVID. So the guy that may have the answer to the question as to which packing it is for sure is out on COVID. And they may still not be able to answer that, so who knows. But anyway, I know Tom's got some packing. You just don't know if it's the right stuff, so I'm going to see if we can get some out. I mean, I can't get the pump pumping anyway. We get some packing out of it. See if we can find something to get it together and get it going. And the bearings for the Cultipacker came. He ended up getting the outfit that he deals with has a place they sell to in Hermiston. And they happen to have some. Well, they're not the one with the eccentric lock collar on them. They're the one that's got the longer inner race. with the set screws. Those are fine out in the open. Throw them in there where there's not a lot of room, and you know, you got to keep things, shall we say, tight with a set of rollers. That's just not. So you got to see if they got the right ones, because he ordered the right ones and the wrong ones came. It's just getting to be too much fun, right? But yeah, she's got them all out there. I don't see any left up here. So now I can go down since I got all the tools. She's running sheetrock screws into the packing to see if we can pull it out. Because the alternative to get it out of there is all that comes apart clear back to the motor. Pull the housing off this side, pull the impeller off, and then pull the back piece off. And I don't want to do that if we don't have to. I really don't. Because if we got to do that, that's a lot of work. A lot of work. Because that's a pain in the ass to unhook. We actually got to move the pump out to do that. That one's just a pain in the ass.
I really don't want to get on my waistcoat.
And yeah, you'll love this. Her knees are bugging her because my mother's out on the deck. My mother's deck, she tries to put sealer on there.
She doesn't do it right.
Once a year, but you know, it's a deck that should take damn near 3 gallons of sealer, and she's gotten by with a gallon or less every year.
Like a quarter of a gallon.
Well, Becky in Thailand did that the other day and actually put it on the way it's supposed to be put on.
And it needs another coat too.
Yeah, it needs to get done again.
But what pissed me off is I put the baby gates around, and she decides to undo the baby gates 3 hours after I did it, and it's supposed to sit for 48 hours.
Hopefully you heard all that. It's supposed to sit for 48 hours, and I had it blocked off so her dog wouldn't get up there with the other dogs. And what she do the first night, she opens one end up so her dog can get up there. So it's full of dog prints and dog hair stuck to it, whatever else. And the main part of the deck, it actually dried pretty good in the time it was supposed to. But on the west side, it's shaded because there's a tree there. That was still tacky yesterday.
And lo and behold, after I left, guess what? It was undone again.
So, you know, it keeps getting closed up, and she keeps opening it back up. So it's her deck. If it's screwed up, it's screwed up.
If she bitches at me, though,
Just
that's when
not going to get done the way it should have been. So, anyway. Yeah, so much fun. And I mean, I can probably tell what we got to have just by these, because it's got to fit in there. I'm going to say that's about 3/8 is probably what the rubber is. Oh yeah. And if we do got to take it all the way apart, I'm going to get another one of these. That is what keeps the water that does have to seep past the packing to keep it from burning up. Keeps it away from the motor, and you know, it broke. Luckily the water's been splashing in a different direction and not into the motor, but it still ain't doing it any good. Show you, Blue actually came down with us. He still gets around. Kind of runs both feet together. Little limp when he slows down, but yeah, he's good. Good enough. Then there's Whiskey. He runs the same way anyway. Well, we got, should be 2 more packing rings to pull, but the screw's not long enough to reach them, so I got to go weld 2 screws together. And while they're cooling off, we're going to grab some lunch and maybe find some packing. I hope. We'll find out. Well, Tom never found any packing, so we went into Hillsboro Pump. About 10 feet, need about 49 inches.
After I had to go grab my sister from work because she lost the contact out of her eyeball.
Brooke lost contact, couldn't see, didn't have her glasses with her, so she had to go home and get that stuff.
And then turned around and came back, sat for a minute.
Yeah, so I got back here just in time, literally.
To pay one bill that I had from the accident.
Part of her insurance stuff she got paid for the hospital. But anyway, Part of the issue with this thing, there was only 6 layers of packing in there, and everything I've read says there's supposed to be 7. There's 7 layers in right now, and we got about a ½ inch of movement left that we can tighten. It's got a little more drip than I wanted. We ended up sucking the 6 in so we could get the 7th one. 7th one was actually flush, and we had to suck it in a little so the deal is into the housing. And ran her, and she got really hot, so we backed it off and ran her some more and put her under a good load. It's dripping more water when it's running than I'd like to see, but that's the only way it's keeping it cool. And at the point we're at right now, that shaft, the motor end, is hotter than the pump end, so I'm good with that. It was actually steaming when we started. It's like, that's way too hot, too tight. And we shut it off because I move up there. Yeah, I'm not coming out at 2 o'clock in the morning to shut it off. We'll run it tomorrow. So that's our day. This is done. Close this gate up. Put your video up. Oh yeah, and I've already washed my hands. Vaseline and graphite. I got some funny marks on my phone from trying to get to it. Hey, little black spots, little shiny spots. But we're good. So we'll watch it tomorrow and make sure it is really good. Thanks for watching, everybody. And yeah, what time is it? It is just after 5:30.